So for today's What Wednesday question, we're going to talk about what are your favorite RVing apps?
What, right?
And so when we talk about RVing apps, we're talking about, they're not necessarily like an app with a picture of an RV on it, but these are apps that we use pretty regularly when we're RVing that have helped us with our lifestyle that we live. The first one, start off with the biggest one. This is one we've used the most. It's helped us the most. It did have some inaccurate information as far as the Mesa Verde campground. So you do need to double check it sometimes. If like on lengths, you may need to double check it. But the app's called All Stays, ALL space STAYS. And it shows all kinds of things. I've made reference to it several times. It can show you bridges. It can show you the steepness of the grades and how long they are. But most importantly, it can show you where you can stay in your RV, whether it's free BLM land, whether it's just a private campground, whether it's a KOA or it's a national park. I mean, just state park. All that is on the app, and it's, to us, that's our first go-to place when it comes to booking. Is All Stays, to check the information on that.
What I love about it is there's filter options.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something specific you're looking for, whether we're like, okay, we know we want to stay at a Walmart tonight, then we can just click the filter to look at Walmarts. And it can even give you an idea if those are RV friendly where you can park overnight. Mm-hmm. Or when we're looking for gas stations, we'll be going down the road and Nathan's like, is there any kind of Flying J or, you know, somewhere like that for us to pull over, or even a rest stop if Hensley is ready to get out and take a break.
You know, when you use Google Maps, yeah, they have Google reviews sometimes for campgrounds and stuff, but when you look up a Walmart on Google Maps, it's not going to tell you whether or not it's RV friendly as far as camping and things like that. And there's actually notes in All Stays saying, hey, you know, it's kind of tricky to get in. You might want to go in this way, or hey, you need to call ahead at this Walmart, or hey, don't even try it to go to this Walmart, it won't work. So it's been a very, very valuable app. I can't remember what we paid, like $5 or $10. It doesn't matter. It's worth it. It's not a free app, but it's well worth it to buy the app.
Number 2 is Square Cash. When you're on the road, it seems like we have ran into the problem multiple times of needing to pay people.
Well, it's like, if you've heard of PayPal, it's kind of like PayPal, where you can pay people quickly and easily just through the click of a button on your app. But the big difference with Square Cash is it doesn't charge a fee. There's 0 fees for personal use.
Yeah, when we've had people come and visit, you know, it's good because sometimes you'll split the cost of things, or, you know, if you're going out to eat and you can just say, I'll pay. You know, it's just an easier way to have transactions between people. Or if we need things done back in our hometown and we need to pay somebody to do that, then we can just send money through that. We've had people collecting money for certain events or benefits, and we've still been able to contribute while we're on the road. We've actually even had to miss a couple birthdays while we've been gone, so it was a great way just to be able to, you know, send nieces and nephews some birthday money.
Way easier than a check, way easier than carrying around cash, and still cheaper than something like PayPal, where there's like around a 3% fee on it. So
seems like it's always hard to find like somewhere to mail a check to. So it's just been so much easier.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'll just send you the money through Square. So it's been a really handy little app while we've been mobile, for sure.
The third app is the tried and true classic Google Maps. That's still our primary way of navigating with the RV. If I had to go back and do it again when we went to the east, I probably would have, and if we go back out that way, I think I will invest in an RV GPS system, which costs, I don't know, they're from $300 to $500, I think, something like that. But other than the east, like with all the low overhangs and all the weird turns and all that going on, like out west, I mean, Google Maps is fine. And for the most part, when we head south, Google Maps has been fine. But the northeast, you just got some older roads and bridges and stuff like that. And, you know, it's probably cheaper to pay $300 to $500 than pay $20,000 and replace the top of your RV or something like that.
Yeah, because you do hear a lot of stories about the RV GPS taking you down crazy roads all the time. So I don't know if there's like a perfect solution. I don't think we've been taken down super crazy roads with Google Maps.
No, I try to, the main thing with either system you use is just use some common sense. Like, I'm watching it and Google's like, hey, turn on John Smith Hickenbottom Road, and you're like, you're kind of looking ahead, and it looks like some gravel road heading over a bridge, or so I have to kind of slow down and use some common sense, because Google doesn't care. It'll try to like cut you through somebody's farm to save 30 seconds on the route. So you got to kind of zoom in, zoom out sometimes, and look and see. I mean, typically you just keep staying on the main road you're on, and you'll still get there. It just might be 5 minutes longer, which is well worth it, because usually these shortcuts Google gives you in a motorhome, yeah, it would be shorter in a car, but by the time you slow down and take the curves and do everything like that in a motorhome, you've been better off just staying on the main road. The advantage of the RV GPS is that it does tell you more as far as grade, because you put in your height and the weight of your RV, so it tells you specifically, hey, watch out for this overhang coming ahead. Hey, there's a grade coming up. Google doesn't, there's a 10% grade coming up, it doesn't care. It's like, hey, hit the gas, let's do this thing.
Next, All Trails. I love to hike. Love it. So All Trails has been a really handy app to search local trails, to know how difficult they are, just to know how long they are. People rate them, so you know like what's the best trail to do in an area. I have definitely referenced this app multiple times to find a really great hike for us to do, and I'd say it's been really accurate, and it's been a really handy app to have also if you like the outdoors and like to hike.
And lastly, this is an app not specifically RV related, not even hiking related, but it's an app that we use on a daily basis. It's called Workflowy. And Workflowy, my mind thinks in outlines.
I've had to start thinking in outlines.
I don't know what Marissa's mind.
You don't think in any other way, so.
My mind thinks in outlines. So if you think in outlines, Workflowy is awesome. It basically breaks everything down into an outline where you can zoom in, zoom out. It's really tough to explain it without going into detail. But even this video we're doing right now is outlined with points of what we're going to do. And so we have outlines within Workflowy of people we've met, things we're going to do, video ideas. And so we need to get our thoughts out of our head into some sort of a system to help organize them. And I've tried some other stuff, and I keep coming back to Workflowy. I like simple and clean. And this, when you first start using it, if you use some other organizational type apps, you'll be like, this is way too simple. This is stupid, But I promise, if you saw the outlines we have and the amount of information I have in Workflowy, it's absolutely insane. And Marissa, I guess you write your articles through it. When she's working on that, she outlines them through that. Planning trips, we plan trips through it.
I break down all our trips into cities and what we're going to do, and Nathan even takes it a step further into what day and what time we're going to be doing everything.
If I get a hold of it, yeah.
That is not my style, but
at 8:22, we're putting on our shoes, and
he's very detailed. I'm lucky to get it on there, but that's how he likes to function.
So even though we've got some differences, these tools have helped us learn to work together when you RV on the road, and that's really important.
It's shared in between us, so we can definitely see what the other person is adding, or I don't know, it's like sharing a brain on screen, so it's good. So those are a few of our favorite RVing apps. If you have any favorites of yours, make sure to leave them in the comments, or if you have any questions, let us know.